Hi everyone, I am Crystal Grace Bidasdas and I made this video to voice out, to cheer out some students who are struggling in their third year life in college because I myself experience those struggles and problems nowadays that we have encountered as a college student. So, as you all know, the shift in the K to 12 curriculum made us adapt to the new system, not only to the new system but also to the new educational paradigm. Then, at this time, we are soon to be, in God's will, the pioneer graduates of the online classes, not only the first batch of the K to 12 curriculum. In these two abrupt changes or the paradigm shifts that we have encountered, this batch is adapting to the new and untested waters, and we are emerging to be survivors in this new sudden shift of events that happening in our educational life, in our educational journey. And I tell you guys, it is not that easy to cope up that fast. Of course, I am not saying that everyone has the same pacing. Some students can adapt this fast, but most of the students are comfortable of learning things in a slow manner. Wala namang masama kung their learning mechanism prefers to do a slow manner pacing. Wala namang nakakasama dun. And most of us students are that. Example, like I myself are more comfortable of learning things in a slow manner. We are not all capable of memorizing that one paragraph in one reading. I admit there are some students that are just like that are born genius just like that, but not all students are like them. Not all individuals, not all persons are like them. We have our own unique pacing. We have our own unique preferable learning system. We have our different learning strategies. That is why we need to be open to those students who are learning in a slow manner, like me. Yeah. As long as you know to yourselves that you are trying your best to adapt in the new situation, then it's good. It's more than good. I think we have to give a credit to the first batch of our K to 12 educational system who are now in their third year college. Congratulations to us! Of course, I said this because not only that I am in third year college and I am experiencing that situation, but they deserve our admirations by this fact alone that they are striving to survive because of those sudden shift in their college life. Imagine, we cannot deny the fact that college life is very far from the high school life that we experience, and we are so-called experimental students who proceed from the new curriculum, which is the K to 12, and it is hard to adjust on the new curriculum knowing that we do not know how the teachers or how the professors see us, if they see us as high school student or they see us as college student. That's the very difficult one to assess. That is why we somehow find it hard to cope up with the new curriculum, because sometimes they treat us as high school student, and then a sudden second pass they will treat us as a college student. Our batch is made up of different materials like resiliency, diligence, respect, creative, and we develop team building. We unite at the time of hardship and struggles, difficulties. We find strength to each other, especially to our classmates, to our friends, and yes, to our families, and especially to those students who are studying away from their home. It is very a big help. We are trained to be adaptive to different changes, and as we learn from our theory of evolution, of course, from the famous scientist Charles Darwin, it is the key for survival, and we don't have any choice. We just need to adapt. We just need to cope up, and we need to learn it in a fast pace. That is why I can understand those students who are having difficulties coping up, because if you look back, in a way, the college life is hard at the beginning, and then we are experiencing this sudden shift of environment where first we are the experimental batch of this K-12 curriculum, and second, we are now entering the online classes. We are now the first batch graduate of K-12 curriculum, and we are the first batch graduate of these so-called online classes. That is why I can understand those students who are having a hard time coping up with this educational system. Second reason is, I think we have to give credit to the first batch of K-12 curriculum system who are now in their third year, like me, because the shift in the K-12 curriculum made them adapt to a new system. Then at this time, they are again soon adapting a new system, which is entering us in an online class. And online class is very different environment than a face-to-face classes, especially those courses who have a very need of having a laboratory classes, especially HRM student, nursing student, RadTech student, medical student, medtech, the biology student, all courses that have a laboratory class is having a really hard time. It's a bang in the head that the laboratory suddenly was gone, and doing practicals in the laboratory made us learn, made us memorize those methods in each test. Like me, I am a medtech student, and the practicals in the laboratory helped me cope up to memorize in a short span of time those methods that I cannot memorize when just by reading a simple steps. When doing laboratory kasi, we are helping ourselves to remember those each steps kasi we are performing it, we are doing it, and the memory from doing it, from practicing it, will just be recalled in times when we needed to recall those steps. And from my end, as a third year student taking up a Bachelor of Medical and Laboratory Science, graduates of K-12 education are actually more engaging, they are more resilient, they're more active, they are more productive and compliant batch of students. I can say that we have struggles, we have difficulties, especially in our philosophy in life, because during online class we have many resources to be used just to answer those quiz, those exams, and it takes up more discipline to ourselves that to answer those kind of questions during practical quizzes, during oral recitations, during examinations. Answering those questions without looking in any book that only on our side. We can Google it up. We can open those PDFs, those PPT that our professor provided us, but it takes a very big discipline in ourselves not to do so, because we know that after we graduate, after we pass the board exam, we know that we don't have those notebooks, we don't have those PPTs, we don't have those books, we don't have those PDFs, and especially we don't have Google to perform the test. So yeah, I think students that are graduating in this batch, I think we are very resilient. We are very disciplined. But this is one I want to say. I believe in them. I salute them for not trying to stay that low, for not trying to stay at their point, for trying to change, for trying to cope up, for trying to be resilient, for trying to be diligent. Because it takes a lot of courage, it takes a lot of strength, especially when you are alone in your school, in your boarding house, or even though in your home. I salute them. I admire them. And they are the best. So for all the students out there like me who are struggling in their online class, who are struggling in a no face-to-face classes, no classrooms, no libraries to go, no coffee shop to go, and a home is only the comfort. I salute you guys. We are almost near. Just hang on, never give up. If you have failing grades, if you are struggling, just keep on struggling, but don't let those struggles put you down. Think of your dreams. If those difficult moments that some other people survive, then definitely we can survive this one. Because I know you are the best, you are doing your best. Of course, andyan talaga yung leisure time natin, but I know you are doing your best. So, cheer up guys, we can do this. We can graduate, we can end this journey well, best and better. And remember that you are always the best version of yourself. And lastly, I would like to leave this quotes to you, my dear students, my fellow third-year students, from my previous president in my former senior high school years. She always said that doing your best is always better than being the best. So, Adja everyone, fighting!